welcome to beautiful Colorado Springs at Falcon Stadium. Nearing the midway point of this season, Week 5 in our coverage of EA Sports College football. It's the San Diego State Aztecs and the Air Force Falcons. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Hollywood with the latest on the weather.
Guys, I spoke to the Falcons head coach before this matchup. One thing he's got his eyes on, the weather. We weren't sure what to expect today, but this weather has turned out to be beautiful. He said that will have a great impact and be a benefit to his team here today. Back to you.
All right, Ollie. The Aztecs ready to kick it away first. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So the Air Force Falcons offense will have the ball first. And this sophomore wide receiver is a playmaker. He's worked his way into this passing attack, and the coaches are very pleased with his progress.
It's pretty amazing when you watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, in a lot of spots. Except the guy at wide receiver, David. He is elite. And today on offense, everything should go through him.
And when you've got one of those guys, you've got a chance, right? One guy that puts fear in the defense. And I love that we continue to see guys have real success at smaller levels, right? It's not just the power 4. These are guys that end up getting plucked and go to the next level. You can still be a burner and still have that great speed and route running and develop. And this guy has, and he is one of the best players on he actually is the best player on this team, and he is option number 1 for this squad.
Calls his own number. Short gain on the play before he slides.
And you could tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan. And the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand. And more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always...
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
He's down right there, short gain on the grab. The Falcons will send out the punt unit. Looks it in. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. So San Diego State's offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And here's the sophomore quarterback who will be at the controls in this one. He had a tough game in that loss last time out. 3 times he threw picks and only 1 touchdown pass. Fresh set of downs going up top. Right side, it's Hawkins. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. And the Aztecs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Quick give. It's Mitchell. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
Drops back on first down. Under pressure. The throw. Fires to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The Aztecs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. On the move, it's Mitchell. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. And the Aztecs go back to work after moving the chains through the air. From the gun, it's Mitchell. He's got enough. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Aztecs pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Red pass, it's complete. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Selling the fake. Look out! He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. And the Air Force offense ready to take over. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the big fullback. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. Making sure the fullback gets a touch there, and good pickup there, 5 or 6.
Yeah, and he's a north-south runner. You just give this guy a little crease, he puts his foot in the ground, and he gets upfield quickly, and that guy is hard to bring down.
He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. And the Falcons will punt it away on 4th down. That last howitzer was nice. How about another one just like it? Fields the punt. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. The quarterback doesn't throw it away. Instead, the defense forces a loss. And the Aztecs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Oh, pressure's coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. The 2nd down misfire. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The Aztecs will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Not a lot of room to make this catch. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. The Falcons now set to take over on offense. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. Looking for the edge. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Quickly to the tight end. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The Falcons send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Mitchell. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Sells to fake. Right down the middle. Out wide left, it's Hawkins. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Pulls it in.
Hey, on offense, you just got to stay ahead of the sticks, and a big part of that is finding positive production on first down. When you've got this guy in the backfield, there's a lot of ways you can do that. You're going to hand it off to him, but how about dialing up the pass play on first down and just letting him go to work to set up second and short?
And they give him enough for the first down. They'll move the chains, and let's see if they can snap it one more time here in the first. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. So first down here as they go back to work. Fresh center down's going to the air. Looking down the middle. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Oh, man, the big fellas, they usually have the soft hands. Your security blanket is your tight end, but that one hit him in the hands, and he just couldn't pull it in.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Offense going to be challenged to protect on third down after that last sack. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And, man, that third down changes this decision completely, right? Like getting a big chunk of yards, making it fourth and short. Now it's a true decision. I think you were just thinking about getting...
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the fourth down, and it paid off. And the Aztecs have it in scoring position on first and goal. Quarterback on the keeper. And they get to him early, and he'll be knocked down for a loss of 4. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to throw, and they need a bunch. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Sends it back in motion. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
I love DBs that want to tackle, and they get an opportunity to look like heroes on these outside toss plays. Physical play by the corner there, getting the ball carried down behind the line of scrimmage.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Wide receiver comes in motion. From the gun on third down, Matthews. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Coming through with that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. And the Falcons will have it first and 10. They'll send the back in motion. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on third and long. Matthews. They're all over him. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a fourth down. The Falcons will punt this one away. Making his first move. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looked, and boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a Cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Straight ahead, it's Davis. Turning it on! And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Right back to the well. 7-yard pickup on that one. It's now 2nd and 3.
And I tell you what, no secret on this drive. This offense, they're not trying to maintain balance. They're trying to line up and just dot you right in the eyes. 4 straight runs, get the first down, and really starting to play physical.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. A manageable distance on 3rd down as they try to convert from the 20. Off-play action. Rushes on, and it's a sack.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the move from inside his 5. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Pulls it. Keeps it, looking for the edge. And he'll be hit immediately. No gain on the play. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing.
Going for it all. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got to be able to score points on this drive.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. 2nd and long here. Hits the hole. It's Lindsey. And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a 1st down in the red zone. And the Falcons come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback will keep it. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Throwing Matthews. Keeping his eyes downfield. Had to start that slide a little early, and he'll be short of the 1st down. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. Moves the pocket. It's Matthews. Nothing there, and he just had to throw it away. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And the 3-ball locks us up as we get closer to the half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? The hand to the running back. Picked up a few on that run, but this defense able to keep him contained here late in the half. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They give it back to him. He's got enough to move the chains and convert, but we'll see if they're content to just let this clock run here late in the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, we are beginning to see a little separation in the standings. The Week 5 edition of our update show. The first game we'll take a look at will be Duke, taking on the North Carolina Tar Heels. And it's the Blue Devils looking to extend that win streak to 4 in a row. It's one of the better coaching jobs in football right now, and a nice payday could be on the horizon. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big 12. Back now over to your game in Colorado Springs. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been a very evenly played game. Fascinating to see how the rest of this one plays out. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Falcon Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Aztecs offense ready to go back to work. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Just couldn't quite stay in bounds while making that grab. It's incomplete. After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his target. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. The Aztecs are moving quickly down the field. The run inside. It's Davis.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. And the Aztecs headed quickly to the line. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start on offense.
And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. 3rd down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. He's not going to make it to the first down marker, but that looked like a clear face mask, and he might wind up with the first down anyway. He was grabbing for anything he could get a hold of and wound up with a fistful of face mask, and it'll cost him 15. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Aztecs! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that...
10, Air Force 3.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. He'll toss it. And that one will go in reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Right back to it. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. Headed outside, it's Lindsey. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play. The Falcons line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Makes a nice grab at the 25. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. San Diego State takes over as the offense is ready to go to work. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Misses badly on that one.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
There were serious revolutions on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete. The Aztecs will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
Neutral zone is on that section.
Defense had them backed up, and then they're in the neutral zone, and the offense will say thank you very much. Finds a crease. It's Lindsey. Breaks into the open. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
Hey, finally, we see a nice gain. That's his best run of the game. And this offense works best when he is going. And then you can throw the passing game and the play action, and there's more balance. So maybe that's a sight of things to come. Maybe they can get this thing going and get back in this football game.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Motion from the wideout. Matthews from the gun on 3rd down. Escapes the pressure going right. He's going to take off. Didn't get past the marker when he started his slide, and now it's 4th down. And the Falcons decide to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. They'll field this one in tight quarters. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Fresh set of downs going up top. Got it in the middle. It's Davis. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Aztecs can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He's looking to throw. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. He got a hand on it and deflected it, but probably just got a bruise off that missile and gave up the completion.
Yeah, not used to handling the revolutions on that football. QB zipped it in there. Nice job getting the deflection, getting your hand on the football. That's what you're supposed to, find the football, but the offense got the break and got the completion.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
6-yard pickup on first down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. Hits inside, it's Blackwell. At midfield, he's got room. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. The Aztecs getting set on 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. Driven back.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks. How about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
2nd down to the air. Fires to the middle. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here, when it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Finding space. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. We've reached the break. It's San Diego State holding the lead. And now let's take a look at the stats in what has been a nip and tuck affair. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Matthews on the play action. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. From the gun on 3rd down, Matthews. Left side, it's Ward. Hits the afterburners. Touchdown, Falcon. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
And QBs love their big tight ends, and especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often than this one.
Couldn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. San Diego State trying to get things moving on this drive. Tie game, 4th quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. Finds his tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Stepping to the right. They get to him, and now they'll face a 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Aztecs will call on their punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Trying to get started. They drag him down, and good coverage that time by the special team. Here comes the offense onto the field again. This quarterback part of their running game. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Pulls it and runs it again. And he's brought down after a short gain. They'll try to pick up a few here on third down, but from here it would be a 60-yard attempt. On the option, he'll try to get to the marker himself. There he goes. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
And you kind of thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that first down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the option by this offense.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And the fullback breaks off a nice gainer there. No such thing as just 3 yards in a cloud of dust with this guy. He can make people miss and get you a play.
Tries to do it himself. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. The Falcons have this offense rolling. Running inside. It's Lindsey.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Keeps it himself. Knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And it's good! They take the lead here in the fourth.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the fourth quarter to take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights with all of the pressure, with all the eyeballs on him. He delivered.
Guys, let's see what adjustments this San Diego State offense has made this time. Oh, he's got some space. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Wants to throw on first. Out wide right, it's Hawkins.
These are simple routes, the drag routes that go across the field, but they actually can turn into huge plays. You see all the speed on the outside now at wide receiver. You get in his hands quick, he can go make a play, make one guy miss, and maybe next time he can make an even bigger game.
Pivotal moment, perhaps even a decisive play coming on 3rd and 3. Looking to throw for it. Makes the grab. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
The play fake. Right side, it's Hawkins. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. The Aztecs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quick give. It's Davis.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
Grabs it in the middle. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. And the Aztecs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on third down.
And obviously that wasn't a great play for this offense, but the defense did their job. They flushed him outside the pocket. But nothing worse than getting tackling in bounds or throwing it for a 4-yard gain, letting that clock tick. Nice job throwing it away, saving as much time as you can.
Finds his big tight end. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a 4th quarter lead. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, San Diego State. And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Critical juncture of the game late, and you're trying to find your best one-on-one matchup to take advantage of. Of course, it's the tight end. With his size, his wingspan, and his athleticism, really good decision by the quarterback.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Tackled and brought down. Matthews throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. To the air, it's Matthews. Out wide left, it's Jordan. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Wants to throw and not much time to work with. Snags it. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters. And this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence. You know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.